If you've landed on this video, chosen one, it's not by accident. Something in the universe has guided you here, nudging you toward a doorway of abundance and breakthrough. Every day, people scroll past thousands of things without stopping. Yet this is the moment that made you pause. And that isn't coincidence. That is alignment. It's the universe whispering to you, urging you to tune into its message through powerful numbers. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 6 high-vibration numbers meant only for those whose energy is ready to shift and receive. As we move into the final stretch of 2025, the universe enters a rare state of harmony, a moment ancient Buddhist philosophers described as the point where your inner vibration aligns with the cosmic rhythm surrounding you. When this alignment occurs, certain numbers rise in frequency, not to predict your destiny, but to awaken your awareness and guide you toward opportunities you're finally prepared for. In Buddhist philosophy, numbers aren't just symbols, they're signals. They reflect your clarity, your readiness, and the state of your intention. When these numbers appear again and again, they aren't promising luck, they're showing alignment. And right now, that alignment is at its strongest point of the entire year. Think of this video as your doorway into that alignment. The universe may whisper, but today, we're turning that whisper into clarity. Stay until the end, because the final number is a special bonus vibration for the month, a number known for amplifying intention, sharpening focus, and attracting opportunities like a magnet draws light. Before we begin, take a moment to set your intention. Like this video, subscribe to the Dharma Insights, and comment this affirmation: I welcome the wealth and opportunities meant for me. Now let's start with the first number for the chosen ones, 8. Number 8 doesn't shout for attention, it slips quietly into your daily life. The time on your phone, the total on a bill, a number on a ticket you barely noticed. While most people ignore these moments, those tuned into universal energy understand that 8 is a signal of strength, balance, and inner control. Its shape carries its meaning, 2 circles flowing endlessly together. Turn it sideways, and it becomes the infinity symbol, reminding us that life moves in cycles, not straight lines. We revisit the same lessons again and again until our awareness rises above them, reflecting the Buddhist concept of samsara. In numerology, 8 is the builder's vibration, where spiritual clarity meets grounded success. It doesn't offer shortcuts, it guides you to build a life that is intentional, stable, and meaningful. As we move deeper into the energy of 2025, a 9-year of endings and transformation, combined with this month's rare alignment of Jupiter's expansion and Saturn's discipline, the message becomes clear: release what no longer supports your growth. Old habits, old fears, old emotional cycles, this is the moment to let them go. To align with the vibration of 8, take a few minutes of stillness and write down 3 intentions rooted in peace and purpose. It might be clarity in your finances, committing to your true calling, or breaking a repeating pattern. Speak your intentions aloud until their energy settles into you. Because 8 teaches a powerful truth: real abundance isn't luck. It's balance, focus, and inner alignment. It's not about wishing for change. It's about becoming the person capable of creating it. Now let's move into the vibration of the next number, 1, the number of beginnings and awakening. The universe doesn't always send messages through dramatic signs or overwhelming moments. More often, its guidance arrives gently, slipping through the cracks of your busy routine. Maybe you keep glancing at the clock and it's 11:11. Maybe the number appears on a digital bill, flashes by on a passing vehicle, or shows up in a dream that lingers long after you wake. At first, it feels like nothing, until it keeps happening. And eventually, something inside you recognizes the truth. This isn't randomness. It's a signal meant just for you. Among all these subtle signals, the number 1 carries a uniquely powerful energy. It looks simple, just a single line, yet spiritually, it represents the place where everything begins. In Buddhist numerology, 1 symbolizes pure awareness, the point where thought, intention, and action merge. It is the spark of consciousness reminding you that every transformation, no matter how big, starts with 1 clear decision, 1 moment of presence, 1 step toward your higher path. When the vibration of 1 enters your life, it doesn't force you, it nudges you. You begin to feel a quiet shift within yourself. The things that once felt comfortable may start feeling limiting. Your routines may begin to feel too small for the person you're becoming. You might find yourself daydreaming about a different direction, sensing a faint but persistent calling. This is the awakening energy of number 1. It encourages you to trust the quiet voice inside you, the one that knows you're ready for more, even before you admit it to yourself. Right now, during this powerful cosmic phase, the influence of number 1 becomes even stronger. Planetary movements, especially the intuitive pull of Uranus, are sharpening your inner perception. It may feel as if the universe is rearranging your path, shifting situations, removing distractions, or amplifying your inner voice. This isn't disruption, it's alignment. The universe is clearing space for clarity to arrive. So if number 1 keeps appearing in your life, pause for a moment when you see it. Take 1 slow breath. This is not a warning, it's an invitation. An invitation to pay attention, reconnect with your inner guidance, and trust that something new is beginning. Even if you can't see the full picture yet, true awakening doesn't break the door down, it gently opens it, waiting for you to step through. And if this message brought you clarity or resonated with your heart, you can offer your gratitude by clicking the thanks button and giving $5. Not as a payment, but as a mindful gesture. It's a way of honoring the cycle of giving, receiving, and abundance that flows through the universe. Now let's shift our focus to a number that blends so seamlessly into everyday life that most people never realize how powerful it is. 209. You may have seen it pop up on your lock screen, stamped on a random bill, or printed on the back of a bus, and thought nothing of it. But when a number returns again and again, it's rarely accidental. The number 209 often appears when the universe is quietly letting you know that the ground beneath your feet is already shifting, even if the change hasn't taken visible form yet. This number tends to appear during fragile seasons of life. Moments when something feels uncertain, when a relationship starts to feel distant, when work becomes draining instead of inspiring, or when you sense that a deeper, more authentic version of yourself is trying to emerge. In those moments, 209 arrives as a soft reminder, not to frighten you, but to encourage you to slow down, breathe, and ask yourself, what lesson is life placing in front of me right now? In Buddhist wisdom, true transformation rarely arrives wrapped in comfort. Growth doesn't feel smooth at the beginning. It often starts through discomfort, endings, and the quiet in-between phases where your old identity dissolves and your new self hasn't fully appeared yet. This is where the energy of 209 becomes most active, in the silent spaces where strength, clarity, and inner rebirth begin to take shape. Let's break this number down. The number 2 carries the vibration of harmony and connection. It represents the unseen threads that link you to others, to your intuition, and to the higher wisdom that guides you even when you don't fully understand why. It encourages patience, compassion, and trust, a reminder that you are supported even in moments of doubt. The number 0 is often misunderstood. It isn't emptiness, it's potential. 0 is the open space where new beginnings form. It is the womb of possibility, the quiet breath before creation, the pause before life unfolds into something new. Whenever 0 appears, it signals that the universe is resetting something within you. The number 9 represents closure, not loss but elevation. It marks the completion of a cycle, the moment when you're being prepared to rise into a higher version of yourself. The moment you have learned what you needed from the past and are finally ready to move forward is the moment the number 9 begins to unfold its energy within you. 9 brings emotional release, spiritual maturity, and the courage to step into your next chapter with grace. When 2, 0, and 9 unite, they don't just form a number, they create a spiritual rhythm, connection, renewal, completion. Together, they represent a profound inner transition, the kind that doesn't give instant rewards but slowly builds a stronger, clearer, more aligned version of you from the inside out. People who repeatedly encounter 209 are often in a powerful stage of metamorphosis. They've endured challenges, perhaps even heartbreak, and yet somewhere within those experiences, they've awakened a rare resilience, the type that cannot be taught, only shaped through lived experience. So if 209 continues appearing in your life, don't brush it aside. Treat it as a gentle cosmic tap on the shoulder, a reminder to release what weighs you down. Forgive the version of yourself that had to struggle, and clear emotional space so something new can finally find its way to you. Here's a mindful challenge from the Dharma Insights. Share your intention in the comments. It can be a word, a mantra, or a small piece of your story. When you express your intention openly, you give it energy, and energy shapes reality. Have you ever reached a point in life where everything looks stable? Your job pays the bills, your relationships are fine, and your days run on the same comfortable rhythm. Yet something inside whispers that you're not truly living. That subtle inner restlessness isn't confusion or dissatisfaction. It's a spiritual signal. And in Buddhist numerology, that quiet vibration often flows through the energy of the number 34. Unlike sudden disruptions, the vibration of 34 doesn't come to break your stability. It arrives softly, like a gentle breeze before a new season. It reminds you that life isn't meant to stay still, it's meant to evolve. When this number shows up in dates, patterns, or everyday coincidences, it's the universe gently suggesting that you've outgrown something. Maybe it's a routine, a habit, or a version of yourself that no longer aligns with who you're becoming. The number 3 represents creativity, honesty, and self-expression, the part of you yearning to live with courage and authenticity. The number 4 symbolizes grounding and stability, keeping you rooted even as you move into new phases. Together, 34 becomes a bridge between your current self and your higher self, urging you to balance passion with peace and intention with action. And here's where deeper Buddhist wisdom enters. 34 isn't just about external change. It's about inner alignment. With the approaching lunar eclipse in 2025, this number's frequency becomes even more pronounced, revealing the truths hidden beneath your daily comfort. Maybe you've stayed in a job that dulls your spark. Maybe you've held on to connections that have become routine rather than meaningful. This vibration invites you to face these truths with compassion and courage. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, what part of my life is gently asking for change? If something comes to mind instantly, that's your sign. Type it in the comments to declare your release, starting with, "I'm ready to let go of it." Writing it isn't just a comment, it's energetic release, a signal to the universe that you're prepared for your next chapter. And if this message touched your journey, you may express your gratitude by clicking the thanks button and offering $50, not as payment, but as a mindful act of generosity, honoring the universal flow of abundance. Now let's move to number 13, the silent awakening. Change doesn't always crash into your life with thunder or signs you can't ignore. Sometimes it arrives quietly, through patterns so subtle you almost overlook them. A number appearing on your phone, on a bill, or on a passing car. It follows you softly like a whisper that only becomes clear when you finally pause and pay attention. That is the rhythm of number 13, the quiet transformer. It never forces itself into your awareness. It waits patiently until your inner world is ready. And when you begin noticing it everywhere, its message becomes unmistakable. Something within you is preparing to evolve. In Buddhist philosophy, every number carries a vibration, a pulse connecting the outer world with your inner state. 13 vibrates with renewal, conscious awakening, and the desire to break free from loops you've outgrown. It appears during times when life feels repetitive, and your spirit yearns for purpose beyond routine. But 13 isn't about dramatic shifts or overnight miracles. Its gift is subtle transformation. It invites you to slow down, breathe, and notice what no longer nourishes your growth. It gently asks you to release emotional clutter, limiting beliefs, and the old versions of yourself that you've quietly outgrown. 13 asks powerful questions. Are you living with intention, or simply repeating yesterday? Are your choices guided by clarity or by fear of what might change? The vibration of 13 is a symbol of inner rebuilding, never chaos, never sudden upheaval. It guides you toward meaningful change through conscious action, through small, steady choices that slowly realign you with your truth. Every mindful step becomes part of a new foundation built on awareness, courage, and self-understanding. So if you've been noticing 13 on receipts, timestamps, dreams, or random patterns, take it seriously. It's not coincidence. It's the universe signaling that your energy is shifting, that you're ready to release the old and rise into a more awakened version of yourself. In Buddhist teachings, nothing appears without purpose. When number 13 crosses your path, remember, transformation doesn't always begin with noise. Sometimes it begins in silence, with the quiet realization that your next chapter has already begun. And stay close, because later in this video I'll reveal a bonus number, one believed to hold a rare, high-frequency vibration that multiplies focus, clarity, and manifestation power. But its energy only unlocks when your mind is steady and your heart is open to receive. Sometimes a number doesn't arrive with fanfare or loud signs. It doesn't demand your attention or force itself into your awareness. Instead, it enters quietly, like the rustle of leaves on a calm morning, subtle, gentle, almost unnoticed, until one day you suddenly realize it has been guiding you all along. That number is 41. You might see it on a receipt, a street sign, or glowing on a clock display without giving it much thought. Yet somehow it appears at the exact moments when life feels overwhelming. When responsibilities pile up, your mind scatters, and you forget to breathe. 41 arrives. It isn't here to magically fix your life. Its purpose is softer, deeper, to remind you to pause, inhale, and reconnect with your center. Life often pushes you to rush, to achieve, to move faster than your spirit can keep up with. And in that pressure, exhaustion can feel like failure. But in Buddhist teachings, these feelings are not weaknesses. They are gentle signals, whispers inviting you to slow down, realign, and continue forward with a calmer heart. 41 acts like an inner compass. It doesn't guide you toward material success, but toward presence. It draws you back to the sanctuary within, the place where strength is born from stillness, grounding, and mindfulness. When this number appears, its message is clear: slow down, stay centered, and trust the rhythm of your path. Take a moment to anchor this energy by commenting the affirmation, "I am grounded, aware, and creating abundance with each mindful step." If this message resonates, remember to like the video, subscribe to the Dharma Insights, and share it with someone who needs the reminder that slowing down isn't falling behind. It's moving forward with clarity, balance, and purpose.